Hey everyone, welcome back to ChaatNChat. My name is Josh.
My name is Miguel.
And we're watching Nayak. This is the real hero. This is part 3 as well, so if you haven't seen part 1 or 2...
Oh, then you gotta fix that. Just do that by going to the link in the description below. That's a playlist. It'll play part 1, part 2, and then you can him for part 3. Yay!
Have a little bit more excitement now. And if you haven't yet, please consider subscribing, sharing, a like button par thappar maro.
Always a new day can give you a new perspective. Whoa, what the heck? All those people snuck in while he was sleeping?
Could you imagine?
Give you a moment here to think about all this insanity here.
मैं अपोजिशन का लीडर मेरी बात सुनिए मैं आपके लिए कुछ जेब खर्ची लाया हूँ वैन में पड़ी है कहाँ रखूँ 100 खोखा मतलब 100 करोड़
साहब को लगी इमरजेंसी और आप दे रहे हैं करेंसी एक मिनट सर डाल दो बाले का काम है
That vibe right there, that's such an issue.
So much for toilet politics. I love it. That's exactly what it is. They're all in the sewer. It's the scum and yeah.
शिवा ये कौन सी पार्टी है भाई
शिवा बेटा आओ बिटिया
अरे खेती वाली पार्टी
Oh, Shiva beta, he says.
Yeah.
He'll listen to this guy, his sasur.
आप कैसे
अब ठीक हो मुझे तुमसे अकेले में एक बात करनी थी
Can we talk with my parents too? We'll make it a little family sit down.
Oh, they're there.
कहीं सब लोग मिलकर तुमको भी राजनीति में खींचना
Yeah, he pushed.
बहुत गंदा दलदल है वो एक बार पांव रख दिया तो 10 से ही चले जाओगे ये मैं अपने स्वार्थ के लिए नहीं एक पिता की हैसियत से तुम्हें कह रहा हूँ कोई भी फैसला करने से पहले एक बार मंजिल के बारे में जरूर सोच लेना
मुझे तो ये लड़की बहुत पसंद है
शिवा मेरी बात मान इससे शादी कर ले
तुम तो बहुत बड़े आदमी बन गए हो डू यू नो बाहर तुम्हें मिलने के लिए कितने सारे लोग तुम्हारा इंतजार कर रहे हैं एक तरफ सारे शहर का यूथ इकट्ठा
Oh, could you imagine that being your life? Not being able to go anywhere without microphones in your face?
Yeah.
मैं आप लोगों से हाथ जोड़कर माफी मांगता हूँ मैं अभी कुछ कहना नहीं चाहता मैं एक बहुत साधारण आदमी हूँ मार खाया हूँ आप लोग यहाँ से चले जाइए मुझे अकेला छोड़ दीजिए प्लीज जाइए
हटिए आओ मेरे साथ आओ देखो इस भीड़ को
Whoa.
Dude, this is not going to dry up like overnight. This is going to go on no matter what. And actually, kind of the more you hold out, sometimes it grows even more.
The more you say no, the more they want you.
ये पैसे देकर बुलाई गई भीड़ नहीं है ये दारू पिलाकर चिकन खिलाकर जबरदस्ती ट्रकों में भर भर कर लाए गए लोग नहीं है ये सब अपने आप आए हैं साला एक रेशम का कीड़ा भी मरने से पहले अपनी थूक से 100 साल तक अपना नाम रोशन करने वाले रेशम को देकर मरता है हम तो फिर भी इंसान है इसको देखो क्या पड़ी है इसे किसी की हाँ क्या संबंध है इसका तुम्हारा सुबह 5 बजे से बैठा है यहाँ तुम्हारे इंतजार में यहाँ पे किस लिए आए हो यहाँ मेला लगा है क्या
हमारा देश भी मेरी तरह लंगड़ा हो गया है आप उसे उठाकर चला दीजिए
I can understand his hesitation though, because he's like,
And it's
forced
so
on him.
big. It's so big too.
Whew.
And she's got to go. Dad doesn't want him to subject her to that.
See, it's almost like, you know, those soldiers protecting the border too, right? Like you leave your family behind, like for the country, you know, your country's first.
Yeah.
And you kind of have to make sacrifices.
Yeah.
And leave people behind to do what the country needs of you.
Yeah.
अभी संपन्न हुए चुनाव में नई स्थापित लोकहित पार्टी के नेता श्री शिवाजी राव रिकॉर्ड वोटों से विजयी हुए हैं।
नमस्कार आजच्या ठळक मुख्य समाचार आता झालेल्या निवडणुकीत नवीन स्थापन झालेल्या लोक
Wow.
Information overload.
He's like, oh man, worst mistake, worst challenge I ever made.
Yep.
नमस्कार मुझे आप लोगों से ये उम्मीद है कि जो काम मैंने एक दिन में करने की कोशिश की थी उसे हम और आप मिलकर हमेशा करेंगे। टू डू दैट मोर इफेक्टिवली मैंने हर डिपार्टमेंट में 2-2 मंत्रियों को अपॉइंट किया है, एक अनुभवी बुजुर्ग और दूसरा जोशीला नौजवान।
That's a neat idea to mentor the new talent.
सबसे पहले हमें ये पता लगाना होगा कि हमारे राज्य में कहाँ क्या गलत हो रहा है और किसकी वजह से हो रहा है, ताकि हम गिल्टी को सजा दे सके और गलतियां सुधार सके। इसके लिए मैंने एक तरीका सोचा है, कंप्लेंट बॉक्स।
That's a little small, I have a
Yeah,
feeling.
it's gonna blow up.
या कोई भी सरकारी नौकर रिश्वत लेता हो, यहाँ तक कि मैंने भी कोई गलती की हो तो बिना डरे शिकायत लिखकर इस बॉक्स में डाल दीजिएगा।
I like a CM saying, even if it's
समस्या
me,
चाहे कितनी भी बड़ी क्यों ना
fill
हो,
out a complaint.
एक हफ्ते के अंदर उसे हल कर दिया जाएगा।
I wouldn't necessarily say it'd be taken care of in a week, but definitely say.
Oh, look at that framing. They put the shoes on his
to
face.
step on him.
Yeah.
कल के लौंडे ने एक ही चुनाव में सारी पार्टियों की वाट लगा दी चौहान साहब।
जब तक वो कुर्सी पर बैठा है हम में से किसी की एक नहीं चलने वाली।
पता नहीं कहां-कहां से पुरानी फाइलें खोज कर हमारे खिलाफ 800 केसेस दर्ज करवा दिए हैं। जब तक वो हमें जेल में मरते हुए नहीं देख लेगा वो चैन की नींद नहीं सोएगा।
Oh, if the shoe fits.
And you set your bed like that, hey.
हमें उसका कुछ इंतजाम करना होगा। बानू कर दो उसका इंतजाम।
These pan-ins are interesting.
भाभी ये ले लो।
ये क्या है?
मुझे क्या पता, शिवाजी ने भेजा है।
Oh.
गांव की गोरी के लिए सेल फोन। सीएम साहब को फोन हुआ। सीएम साहब
क्या करूं?
ओके का बटन दबाओ। ऐसे ऐसे मत करो।
हेलो?
कैसी हो मंजरी?
मैं अभी तक याद हूँ आपको?
कैसी बातें कर रही हो पगली?
Of course.
मैंने कई बार पाटिल के यहाँ फोन किया, तुम्हारे पिताजी आए फोन पर और कहा कि तुम घर पर नहीं हो और फोन पटक दिया। जल्दी
सर वो इंफॉर्मेशन टेक्नोलॉजी वाले वेट कर रहे हैं।
ओके मंजरी मैं बाद में फोन करता हूँ।
हेलो?
I mean, he's a busy man. He's gotta do things.
हेलो सीएम स्पेशल पीए टोपी बी स्पीकिंग।
टोपी में मंजरी बोल रही हूँ।
मंजरी में टोपी सुन रहा हूँ, कैसी हो, क्या हाल है?
बहुत बुरा है, उनको फोन पे बुलाओ।
वो जापान के टोको मोटो टोकाची से इंफॉर्मेशन टेक्नोलॉजी के बारे में बातें कर रहे हैं। जैसे फ्री हो जाते हैं मैं कह दूंगा तुम्हारा फोन था।
उसे बोलते रहते हो को कह दूंगा, लेकिन कोई उनको कुछ नहीं कहता। वो भी फोन नहीं करते। अगर बात ही नहीं करनी थी तो फिर फोन क्यों दिया?
Good point. Well, and then he calls you like.
Subscriber you are calling is not reachable at the moment. Please try again later.
See, I told you he was calling.
I'm calling. Yep.
No, you just gotta.
Now she's gonna marry a vet. That's what they said.
Yeah, well, yeah. Just because he says, I'll give you free care for your goats.
That's true. Whoa.
Oh, is this a little bit of the Raja play, maybe?
Yeah. Rani is angry.
Yeah.
मंजरी आवाज कैसी?
कौन सी आवाज बाबा?
मेरे कान नहीं बज रहे। लाओ मुझे दो। मैं पूछता हूँ कहाँ से आया ये?
दिया है।
किसने?
उन्होंने।
उन्होंने? तुम्हें ठुकरा कर राजनीति में घुस गया वो और तुम अभी भी उससे बात कर रही हो?
Well, you don't want to put that in the fire.
Oh, that's some toxic smoke you're
It's
gonna
toxic
inhale.
smoke, and the lithium battery will explode. Dude, can't you see that without him, she's just as unhappy?
Whoa, that's a big guy.
Oh, no touchy of the hands?
Hitman. I think that's what he is. Yep. Oh, that's an omen.
Yeah.
वाहिगुरु महाराज दी जय मुंबई पहुंच
में क्या है?
सब्जियां ने और की है जी। खोलो। खोल देना सानू की है। हम थोड़ी ले हैं। देखो देखो।
ठीक है। 1000 रुपए निकालो।
1000 रुपए किस गल दे जी?
यह ट्रक अंदर ले जाने के लिए टैक्स भरना पड़ता है।
लेकिन पाजी सब्जियां तो टैक्स तो नहीं लगता ना? क्यों जी? जे नहीं देता थे
तो माल अंदर नहीं जाएगा, लेकिन तुम जरूर अंदर जाओगे। परमिट निकाल।
CM.
सीएम।
हाँ हम अरेस्ट हिम।
सर सॉरी सर, मैं माफी चाहता हूँ, मेरी गलती हो
Have you ever seen that show, Undercover Boss?
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
what this is.
गिरफ्तार कर लो इसे।
गिरफ्तार क्या, गोली मार दो इसे।
नहीं, ले चलो इसे।
That's how you do it. They need more of these sting operations.
Yeah.
But it can't just be him every single time. He's got to.
माइक 3 टाइम डाइवर्ट हो चुका है, नोटिस क्लियर। ओके, ओवर एंड आउट।
Oh. Dun, 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 dun.
मिस्टर मनोहर सर, मैं गांव अपने पर्सनल काम के लिए जा रहा हूँ। ये इतनी सारी गाड़ियाँ किस लिए? सिर्फ एक प्राइवेट कार काफी है।
सॉरी सर, आप जहां भी जाएंगे सारी गाड़ी आपके साथ जाएंगी, सिक्योरिटी रीजंस।
मेरे अकेले की सिक्योरिटी के लिए इतना खर्चा? अगर ऐसी बात है तो हम कहीं नहीं जा रहे। प्रोग्राम कैंसिल।
Control to Alpha. VIP program cancelled. Redirect all security to stations. Over.
Just saved his own life.
He's already done undercover once before.
अरे मंजरी, कैसी आएगा तू? बढ़िया है।
So good. Love it.
कैसी आएगा चुड़िया?
सुंदर है, कांच की है, फिरोजाबाद से मंगाई है। हमारे शिवाजी राव के सरकार में चूड़िया खन के सोना चांदी चमके।
मैं पैसा लाना भूल गया। अगले टाइम देगा चलेगा?
ऐसे कैसे चलेगा? न जान न पहचान, मैं तेरा मेहमान।
Right.
जाना पहचाना ही हूँ ना?
शिवाजी राव मुख्यमंत्री
No.
Uh-oh. Down.
भाई वो फूल गांव आ गया है, बेस बदल कर।
Wow, he's got spies everywhere?
Of course.
Like on
Again,
some random road?
कोई नहीं है।
ये कौन बोल रहा?
ये कहाँ घुसे चले आ रहे हो? कौन है तुम? और ये क्या बदमाशी कर रहे हो?
बदमाशी नहीं, बदतमीजी कर रहा हूँ मैं।
ये कन खजूरे, पगड़ी बांधकर मूछें तानकर आ गए तो समझ ले मैं नहीं पहचानूंगी। चल निकाल इसे।
She's more intimate with that face than your average villager.
Yes, yes, yes.
आज मैं सारा दिन तुम्हारे साथ गुजारा।
सच? बोलो मैं तुम्हारे लिए क्या कर सकती हूँ?
पहले मैं खाना खाऊंगा, बहुत भूख लगी है।
And I forgot money.
Some pawn with some veggies?
Pan?
Sorry.
Naan?
Naan.
I don't
Well,
think it
I'm
was
sure
naan. It was just some sort of roti.
Yeah, some roti. So
Like chapati or something.
yeah. Still, it's good. Wow, that takes a lot of good coordination there.
आज मैं बहुत खुश हूँ मछली। लेकिन हफ्ते में 2 संडे होते तो कितना मजा आता नहीं? चले मितवा, जल्दी जल्दी शादी कर ले, छोटे छोटे।
Uh-oh.
What? What? Who shot? Dad? Did Dad shoot?
No.
Oh, wait, what?
His agents are there.
It's a whole crew. Wow, they were hiding the whole time. They're stealthy. They're like pros. Wow, this is way more intense than I thought it was. I thought it was just going to be one assassin, but they brought an army with extreme explosives.
Oh, poor cows.
Dad's probably going to use this as an excuse not to marry them.
Yeah, I have a feeling so.
Wow, what kind of explosives are these?
Poor goats. They're all like, let's get together, let's hide.
I have a feeling Shankar was on the phone with Rohit Shetty when this scene came up.
Yeah.
Like, hey.
Well, you got any ideas? I'm looking for a certain style and a certain look, a certain feel.
अगर तुम्हें अभी भी इससे शादी करनी है तो इससे कहो कि ये सब कुछ छोड़कर एक आम आदमी की तरह तुम्हारे पास आ जाए, वरना जिंदगी भर घर में बैठी रहो। मैं तुम्हें कुंवारी देखकर सह लूंगा, लेकिन विधवा नहीं देख सकता बेटा। चलो।
Yeah, that's tough. I do get it from his viewpoint, and she's kind of just trapped. She's kind of willing to go with it, but
And they're only after him because he's trying to actually do a good job, like
Right.
all the criminals.
मेहंदी लगा रही थी बेटे, लगा दूं?
हाँ।
This is his safe space.
And no matter how old you get, you need your parent. Like, you know, having that parent.
Yeah.
क्या हुआ माँ? तुम रो क्यों रही हो?
इतना दूर चला गया है तू।
बोलो माँ।
क्या कहूँ मैं? तेरी शादी करनी है बस। मंजरी की पापा ने क्या कहा?
Not good.
पापा फोन बंद कर दीजिए प्लीज। एक दिन तुम और पापा।
मेरे बंसल साहब का फोन है, जरूरी काम होगा।
इनको रात को भी चैन नहीं। हेलो बंसल साहब। हेलो हेलो हेलो। हाँ आप सिग्नल ठीक से आ रहा, बोलिए। हेलो इंटेलिजेंस का रिपोर्ट, आपके घर में बम है। क्या?
I started to say something was going to happen to his mom and dad. Yeah.
That would destroy anyone. That is freaking. I did not expect that.
Yeah.
जिंदगी में भी VCR की तरह रिवाइंड बटन होता तो कितना अच्छा होता। मेरी जगह ले ली तूने, बड़ा किस्मत वाला है।
Oh, he's about to scorch everything down.
Yeah. Yeah, there keeps being this whole theme of scorching the earth.
Oh.
क्या बिगाड़ा था मेरे माँ बाप ने तुम्हारा? क्या किया था उन्होंने जो उन्हें मार डाला? वापस ला कर दे सकता उन्हें? बोल!
तुम क्या समझते हो सीएम बने रहना इतना आसान है?
No,
This
people are
has
trying
nothing
to kill you.
Yeah.
हो सकता है किसी उग्रवादी, किसी धर्म अधिकारी या किसी नेता को तुम्हारे काम अच्छे न लगे हो और उसने तुम्हारे माँ
नाटक बंद कर, समझा? ये सब तेरा किया धरा मैं अच्छी तरह जानता हूँ। ये मेरी मजबूरी है, मैं तुम्हें छोड़ रहा हूँ, लेकिन कानून तुझे नहीं छोड़ेगा।
Yeah, it's gonna be.
बाल बिगाड़ के चला गया साला। जरा कंघी देना तो। पांडु।
Instead of a Kangi, they should give him the razor, just cut all of his hair off.
Get him prepared for that jail cell.
चारों तरफ दंगा फसाद करवा दो, आग लगवा दो, जगह जगह बम फटने चाहिए, लोग मरने चाहिए।
हाँ पांडु भाई, हाँ बिल्कुल फिक्र मत कीजिए, हाँ सब इंतजाम हो गया है, बस 5 मिनट में वो निकलने वाले हैं।
It was probably these guys that built it. Complaint box, if it works.
आदरणीय मुख्यमंत्री जी, 3-4 दिन से कुछ खतरनाक किस्म के लोग जबरदस्ती हमारे घर में घुसकर बैठ गए। वो लोग कुछ बम ब्लास्ट, दंगा फसाद जैसी बातें कर रहे थे।
ये कुलकर्णी,
यस सर।
ये चिट्ठी कहाँ से आई है?
इन सब बातों के लिए टाइम नहीं है बंसल साहब। आप फौरन पांडुरंग को गिरफ्तार कीजिए। मैंने कहा था पांडुरंग को अरेस्ट करो, आपने मुझे यहाँ क्यों बुलाया?
सर, जब उसे पता चला कि हम लोग उसे पकड़ने वाले हैं, तो गोलगप्पा बीमारी का बहाना करके यहाँ फैल गया।
What?
बंसल साहब जरा देखिए क्या ट्रीटमेंट दिया जा रहा है।
सर, इनके दाहिने पैर में फुंसी हो गई थी और हाई डायबिटीज की वजह से गैंग्रीन हो गया।
अब क्या करेंगे?
इसकी दूसरी टांग भी काटनी पड़ेगी।
Excuse me, sir.
What?
Don't disturb the patient.
Did they actually take his leg off?
No, I think they did a trick.
सर, मुझे कुछ नहीं हुआ, मैं बिल्कुल फिट हूँ। होता है। मरने से पहले हर आदमी को ऐसा ही लगता है। देखिए, ये देखिए। पेन है, डायबिटीज है, किडनी फेल है, बवासीर है।
अरे सर्टिफिकेट झूठे हैं, मैं बिल्कुल ठीक हूँ, आई शपथ।
Get out.
Go to hell.
That lawyer's like, you're helpless, you duffer.
बम कहाँ रखे?
टाइगर बम या झंडू बम?
झूठे मेडिकल सर्टिफिकेट्स देकर तुम खुद अपने जाल में फंस गए हो। इसमें लिखा है तुम्हें हाई शुगर है। अब हम तुम्हारे पैर काटे, हाथ काटे या जो भी काटे, कोई कुछ नहीं कर सकता।
Do it. Oh, do it personally.
इन 3 में से कोई भी एक उंगली पकड़िए। ये किस लिए? ये तुम्हारा पैर काटने के लिए। और ये वो काटने के लिए।
Whoa.
मैं बताता हूँ सच, मैं बताता हूँ। हमने 4 जगह बम लगाए, एक वीटी स्टेशन में और एक वो कूल कैब वाली ब्लू टैक्सी में।
That last one will be the hard one.
फौरन बॉम्ब डिस्पोजल स्क्वाड को सारे स्पॉट्स पर भेज दो।
यस सर।
और पुलिस कंट्रोल रूम में फोन करके बोल दो कि कूल कैब वालों की सारी टैक्सियों को ऐसी जगह छोड़ दे जहां कोई आता जाता ना हो।
ओके।
Been there.
यहाँ चेक करो।
Oh, in the lunch boxes.
Oh.
Open it. They should stand back a little bit.
Yeah, like way back.
Dude, I would not be standing that close.
Nope. But didn't they say that, I don't know, would you just do one bomb or have multiple bombs? I would imagine you'd do multiple bombs.
Man, I'm having some, like, trauma.
Oh, yeah. No.
Oh, it's like a pressure plate.
Yep.
Come on, check.
Where's the camera crews?
And after watching Mr. India, I thought that kid was 100% going to blow up.
He's like, stranger, don't be kissing me.
Oh, I thought that was a countdown. I'm like, 2 seconds? Oh, they didn't get the cab in time.
They let that one just go off.
लोग बोल रहे हैं कि शिवाजी राव की सरकार को गिराने के लिए वो 4 बम आपने लगवाए थे।
खुद बम लगवाता है और खुद ही जाके निकालता है और इल्जाम हम पर लगाता है।
Oh, really?
लोगों की हमदर्दी जीतने के लिए उसने अपने माँ-बाप की भी बलि चढ़ा दी।
Dude, that's probably what he did.
Yeah.
आपका क्या जवाब है सर?
इंक्वायरी होगी।
क्या आपने खुद अपने माँ बाप
No comments. Please.
Man, I hope he goes to jail for life and like hard jail.
आज हमें यहाँ क्यों बुला लिया?
देखो, मैं अपनी मर्जी से सीएम नहीं बनाऊं, ना ही तुमसे लड़ झगड़ कर तुम्हारी कुर्सी छीनी है। आज जब मैं कुछ अच्छा करना चाहता हूँ, तुम मेरे बीच में आ रहे हो।
मैं कहाँ बीच में आ रहा हूँ? मुझे तो तुमने घर पे बिठा रखा है।
हाँ, तुम लोग जो रूलिंग पार्टी को गिराने के लिए जितना दिमाग, जितने पैसे, जितने लोग खर्च करते हो, उसका 1% भी लोगों की भलाई के लिए खर्च किया होता, तो आज तुम यहाँ बैठे होते और मैं घर में खुश होता।
That's true. You take that energy and apply it to doing good.
Yeah.
अगर तुम्हें लगता है कि मैंने कुछ किया है, तो पुलिस तुम्हारी है, कानून तुम्हारा है, केस फाइल करो, तहकीकात।
Oh no,
तुम जैसे घटिया नेता कानून से कबड्डी खेलकर कैसे बच जाते मैं अच्छी तरह जानता हूँ, लेकिन आज तुम मुझसे बच नहीं सकते। I'm gonna kill you.
Oh, he's like, I don't care. I'll go to prison for life.
इतनी जल्दी हार मान गए?
कौन जीता और कौन हारा, ये तुम्हें अभी पता चल जाएगा।
बेटा, 30 साल का तजुर्बा है हमारा राजनीति का।
तुम्हारा तजुर्बा अगर 30 साल का है, तो पिछले 1 साल से तुमसे लड़ते लड़ते मेरा तजुर्बा 31 साल का हो गया है। मैं अब गोली चलाऊंगा। ये गोली तुम्हारे लिए नहीं, मेरे लिए।
Oh! Oh! Dude!
मुझे बेवकूफ बनाया कमीने!
Dude! Oh my God! Are you kidding me? Whoa! Oh my gosh! They lit him up! He turned into a pincushion!
आप जो बोल रहे हैं सुनने के लिए अच्छा है, बहस के लिए अच्छा है, लेकिन प्रैक्टिकल नहीं है।
बिल्कुल प्रैक्टिकल है। सिर्फ 1 दिन के लिए सीएम बन के देखो।
Oh, but you're right, you did.
अच्छा इंटरव्यू था वो।
He's got a lot of witnesses.
बंसल साहब, आखिर सबने मिलकर मुझे भी पॉलिटिशियन बना ही दिया।
Yeah, doing that route, that wasn't like an honest thing. So up until that point.
नहीं सर, वो गंदे कामों के लिए पॉलिटिक्स करता था। आपने अच्छे काम के लिए पॉलिटिक्स की है। ना आपने कुछ कहा है, ना मैंने कुछ सुना है।
And you didn't pull the trigger.
Right.
I mean, you shot yourself, but you didn't say anything.
इतने अच्छे सीएम को बेरहमी से गोली मार दी इसने। बराबर बोलो ना। हटाओ, हटाओ।
But, I mean, that would have to sit on his conscience, too.
He didn't pull the trigger, and he didn't say, shoot him, he shot me, right? I think they just assumed.
अपनी बेटी की सलामती के लिए मैं स्वार्थी हो गया था, मगर तुमने दूसरों के लिए अपने माँ-बाप खो दिए, अकेले हो गए इस दुनिया में.
Yeah.
सदा सुखी रहो बेटा, सदा सुखी रहो.
She makes him smile.
Wow, Topi is fitting right into that role, isn't he? Aww. Whoa. That was quite the change.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, what'd you think?
Again, love these kind of underdog sorts of stories that definitely the common man becomes, you know, bigger, is given the opportunity to become bigger and, you know, make an impact. And so definitely like the theme. There was some interesting twists and I think some really grounded kinds of, you know, how it impacted him personally with his family and his relationship. We often do not think of that with leaders. You know, just how much they have to give of themselves. And you brought up the military as well. Oftentimes it's like that. You know, firefighters and policemen, you know, they give up a lot. There are lots of jobs that can be a whole lot of consuming of the person and not necessarily leaving a whole lot left over for others in their life. That I think was nicely done. I kind of like the whole bit of the challenge. That would be super intense. I like the fact that, you know, he was like, okay, gonna do it.
Yeah, he really took control. I mean, from the morning, right from the start of the day, he was a man on a mission. He's like, I got 24 hours, let's go.
Exactly, and he used it very wisely, and he had a plan. It's obvious he had a plan walking in there. I liked that. I liked that the secretary had his back and was helping him along with how to do it. So, you know, that helps a whole lot. And that also speaks, I think, to a certain element that, again, ran through the whole entire thing. It's not just one person. It is a overall process. And it starts with, yes, people at the top, but everybody in between and even people down at the very bottom. So even the guy who was the tax guy who was trying to charge a tax for the vegetables coming in, that has an impact. And if you're part of that corruption, even though it seems very small, it's part and it just builds.
It affects a lot of people.
And so I like that they were really trying to make a story about everybody can be somewhat of a good leader. You know?
And it was that, but also it speaks to a lot of people in a lot of different situations in life. Like even the guy that had the magnet on the weighing machine, right? And it's saying, you know, it's not just the government that's corrupt. There's a lot of corruption that goes so deep. And that's one of the things I was talking about in the intro of this movie is that there was this magazine, right, that was going through all these scandals, and it went on from expose, and it wasn't just in the government level. It was then talking about different airline scandals and all this sort of stuff like throughout the years. You know, because it's not just the government. I mean, sure, the government almost allows it to exist because even if you are caught, you just, you know, if you made enough money while doing it, you just factor that into business costs is how much is the bribe going to be to get away with it.
Exactly.
You know? You know, and even when different parties were trying to get him to be their part of their party and paying him the money, and so it's just...
and
it's really hard to watch.
It is very hard to watch. And then, you know, you start realizing that it can do things to, it can be life and death situations that are impactful. You know, someone who's wanting to make a political statement and clog up the bus system, you know, just by parking their bus and all the other buses start parking up with you and everything. And, you know, someone died because they couldn't get to the hospital. You know, these other things happen because someone chooses to do something that, you know, I don't think they really think about it. And it's just, oh, this is the way we do things. And this is how I manage to get ahead and be a part of it. And that's the thing that you got to start looking at is, do I want to be a part of this, you know?
You know, my favorite scene with the acting that was top-notch, really good, was the interview scene where he roasted the CM on live TV and how Amrish Puri's character, he just got so clammed up and hoping, not realizing that it was totally live, and he's like, man, like, this is not, and you know, he put his finger to his lips and he was just like, I don't know what to say.
I can't say anything now, and I'm even having to. My body is having to help my brain from engaging.
It was so good. I really enjoyed that scene. It was a really good scene.
Yeah.
I thought he was going to stumble in the interview at least a little bit because he's never interviewed someone before. But man, has he seen a lot of roasts, because that is what the lesson he picked up. He's like, yeah, I'm going to make him answer some tough questions.
Yeah.
And he did. I mean, those are the questions that you always like sitting at the TV. You're like, ask this question. You're just asking softball questions.
Yeah.
But ask like the really hard ones, right?
Yep.
And so it made him squirm in the seat.
Yep.
So the acting in that scene was really good.
It was very good.
I think I have another scar from this movie. So from Mr. India, it was the child blowing up, which was horrible. And can you believe? So a lot of people were saying that was like marketed towards being like a kids movie, Mr. India.
Yeah.
Well, this one with the parents blowing up and then like his hands soaked in their blood.
That was a pretty graphic sort of.
I'm like,
portrayal.
dude, especially that you had this sweet scene of his father massaging his leg and mom like head in mom's lap and stuff, and this like very intimate moment, and then just moments later, just like they're gone.
That was very
super dark. Like that's some dark writing.
It's that reality check element that you have to say that I think the director probably wanted to say. This is how bad politics can get, and that's around the world. People will kill people over the politics. It's bad.
I thought the music in the movie was pretty fun.
There were some.
The songs were just like
some songs. There were some dances and so forth that were really interesting.
Man.
So yeah,
it made you question if you had what did you eat that day? Like, did someone lace it or something? Because I'm like, I don't know what I'm watching, but I'm 100% here for it. It was very interesting. Choreography and costume choices.
Yep.
But I mean, it was a lot of fun. Yeah, the symbolism, there was quite a few symbolism things, like especially that one song number where it was like they went back into like a mashup of, old historical like outfits and stuff, like with medieval times and all that, mixing it together like with the king and stuff. So throughout that whole song, those snakes were just so creepy.
That was a little, again, to the whole psychotic thing,
I have a couple details that make a lot more sense now. So that mud scene, apparently it wasn't supposed to be mud when it was originally designed, because I was like listening to people talk about it and I'm like, mud scene, so now it makes a lot more sense. They were gonna have it be like a torrential downpour, like rain, almost like this big monsoon thing, right? But to do the look that he wanted, this is just what I heard, I don't know if it's true or not, but Anil Kapoor would have had to shave his chest, but he refused. He's like, I'm not gonna shave my chest, so they went for mud instead. Or at least that's the story that I heard. So he's like, yeah, and I'm like, yeah, see? Like, because having chest hair, even if you go back to like the Tom Selleck days, right? Like having chest hair was like kind of like a man thing. It was like the staple. But now the whole thing is like always having the chest shaved in all these like action movies and stuff, all these heroes.
It's that whole change of what people like at the time.
Yeah, but Anil Kapoor was like, nope, not shaving my chest, not gonna do it. So that's interesting. And then after this movie came out, and then when it started picking up the big success, right? I think I read that he was approached to run for politics, but he said, no, that's not what I'm about. Like, that's not the intention of this, because from this, like, he had enough of a face that, it's almost like, where's the line between fiction and reality? Because you're watching this and you're like, oh my gosh, if only he would be the real CM, like he could make all these changes for real. But he's like, I'm just an actor playing a part.
And this is
he's
just
like, I'd
a story.
be a terrible
this
CM.
This is just a story. While yes, it was 24 hours, probably it'd be very hard to do a lot of stuff within 24 hours.
Oh, but then he became a permanent, he actually won the
votes. But, people have to realize that, this is a little bit of fictional, but, grounded in some realities of the role and so forth. But chest hair was needed. Chest hair was needed, but no politics, please.
So we've seen a couple of these style before. We've watched one Nota, which was actually pretty good. And then we also watched, I think, a Mesh Babu one that was sort of like that too, right?
Yeah.
And so it's an interesting concept when you take someone that was never expecting to get into politics and then all of a sudden become like a chief minister. And then it's like, okay, well, I'm gonna make these changes and do them how like the common person would think they would need to be done, not with the idea of like how much money am I going to make from this, or what am I going to do here, that, you know, like what am I going to gain from this? It's like I am actually, and he said it here multiple times, he's like, I am a servant for the country. You know, is desh ka nokar mein hu. No? And so that's the thing, is like, I don't rule the country, I'm not ruling the state, I work for the state. And I think if more politicians believed in that idea, then it would just be a much better place.
And even those that are in the government employment. I mean, if you think about it, they are all servants for the people and the betterment of the community as a whole. And that includes firemen, that includes doctors, that includes, you know, all of those roles that come with, you know, I got it why the father was really driving, because he's like, I believe that these government jobs are, you know, they're here doing good in the world. That's very stylized and very, very hopeful. But, you know, in a way, if all of them were doing that and thinking of themselves as the representation of all of India, of Mother India, of the government, and doing right by the people, it'd be an entirely different story. You know? So, but again, it starts, you know, you start getting the bad seeds happening, and, you know, things start growing in the wrong ways, and then it becomes entrenched, and then you have these people that come in that are upstarts messing up the status quo that's been probably developed over decades, you know, even generations of different people.
So I think, you know, now after watching this and seeing how kind of uplifting it is to see someone get into the government at a high level and start throwing out all these people, handing the typewriter papers.
That typewriter
to
was great.
You know, like handing out all these papers, especially in a climate at the time when this came out in 2001. I mean, there's still a lot of corruption, 100%. Like in all governments around the world. I don't know if you show me a government that has zero corruption in it, and I mean, I'll be pretty impressed. But you know, in 2001, reading so many stories about, you know, what the like corruption scandals were at that time, and they weren't like secretive. People knew about it, people in home, and they felt helpless, and people watching this movie on TV, it gave you like this underdog like story to cheer for, that like, yeah, if only this can inspire somebody to come in and make the changes that we can use. So I can definitely see how this movie, you know, when it hit theaters, maybe not so much have people think like, oh, I'm gonna go out and see this movie, although there were some big names in this movie, so I'm surprised just the names alone didn't draw the people in, you know, because once I started seeing, because I knew Anil Kapoor and Amrish Puri. So, but then when we saw Paresh, I'm like, oh my gosh, he's in this, and then Johnny Lever was in it, and then also Rani Mukerji, and I'm just like, are you kidding me right now? This cast is stacked.
And even my favorite judge was there too. He was playing a bad guy, but
definitely. So anyway, the cast was actually pretty well rounded in this, and the acting was good, the music was good, the direction was good, the writing was good. I mean, so but I'm glad that it at least was able to find some success, at least on the on television cast. So, anyway, what are you gonna rate?
Because the story is so strong, I am gonna give this an 8. It just, again, I like those kinds of stories, so I mean that's what I'm gonna give it. Give it a good solid 8.
So this one had me really entertained. Like I was really there for it. I like the idea of the premise.
Was pretty dramatic.
Yeah, I like the premise of this idea where you can be like CM for a day. And I think that is just pretty iconic there to have a movie, because you, like I was, before watching this, I was telling Dadu, I was like, yeah, I'm gonna watch this movie. And he's like, oh yeah, that's the CM for a day movie. I was like, okay.
Thank you for the spoiler, dude.
Well, it's not really a spoiler. I mean, I think even in the plot, it's like written that. But I'm like, I don't really understand how that works, but okay. But you know, I like the idea of this story, and I thought it was very clever and well done. I'm gonna be there with you at an 8. Getting like the CM to just be peppered with bullets and fly backwards into the wall, and with that twist, because he kind of went to that dark side, but as his secretary pointed out, he's like, there's still a big difference between you and them, because you did this for the good, for the better of the country, and where they do it for their own self, self-betterment,
yes.
You know, like for self-indulgence and stuff. So
Yeah.
I think, you know, I'm there with an 8. It was good. It was entertaining. You know, the time went by really quickly. It was a little longer for the movies that we typically watch. But, you know, for 2001, this was actually a shorter movie for 2001 because back then movies were like well over 3 hours. So anyway, thank you so much for joining us, and please let us know in the comments, what did you think? Did you see this on TV? Because I've been seeing in the comments a lot of people asking us to watch this, and they're like, I've seen this movie on TV so many times, you need to watch it, especially after Mr. India. And so this was like their final like showdown between the two of them, and wow, that was explosive.
Yeah, it was very cool.
It was really intense. So yeah, let us know in the comments. And remember, if you did like this video and you want to see more videos like these, then all you do is have to turn on all notifications by clicking that bell icon. And if you haven't yet, please take the time out of your day to subscribe to the channel, share the video, a like button par tomorrow.